welcome back to another video. So today I have some very interesting customs, honestly, to say the least. And yeah, anyways, I'm here to showcase them and like review them to you guys today. But yeah, as you can see, I guess I'll explain what these customs are. So these are basically like fixed nightmare animatronics, as you could probably tell from the title and thumbnail. But yeah, I basically was like wondering what I should do for like FNAF 4 figures, like FNAF 4 custom figures, and I decided on making these guys. So yeah, I am working on Freddy and Chica too, but for now I have these two done, and I think they actually came out great, honestly. I think they came out way better than I expected. They don't seem like too difficult customs because, you know, you probably just think like, oh, just get the nightmare figures and put a bunch of clay over them. Yeah, it was a bit frustrating to make them though, because using air dry clay is pretty hard to do on custom figures. So yeah, it was a bit hard and frustrating, but I think they came out great. The first one I'll start off with is Foxy. So as you can see, Foxy here, you know, he looks like Nightmare Foxy, obviously, because I used a Nightmare Foxy figure. And do not worry, I did not use the real Nightmare Foxy figure, obviously, because that one is actually very rare and expensive. Here, I used a bootleg one. If you want, I'll put the link in the description where I got them. They're just like bootleg Nightmare figures, but they look like exactly the same to the real Funko ones. But yeah, that's what I used to make these guys. And yeah, as you can see, I think Nightmare Foxy came out really good. Honestly, he looks creepier than like the actual Nightmare Foxy. This one looks creepier when he's fixed. And as you can see, I did keep his endo feet. I don't know. I made his real feet, like as you can see on bodies right here. I made them like that, with the like four toes and all that. But honestly, it didn't look that good. It didn't look right for Foxy. So I kept his endo feet. I just thought they looked better. And yeah, that's why I still have his endo feet on. Yeah, all I did basically was just put air dry clay all over his body and on his hands too, and smooth it out and stuff, obviously. So that basically got rid of the withering and like made his proportions easier, and Bonnie just fell over. But yeah, it made him just look fixed instead of broken and like withered. And then for his eyes, I used like a toothpick to paint those, and the same for his teeth. He was pretty hard to make because he was the first one I made. I made him before I made Bonnie, so I was testing which air dry clays I should use, because usually I don't use air dry clay on my custom figures. I use like Milliput and epoxy sculpt, and so when I had to like do, so yeah, I knew I need a lot of it, and Bonnie just fell. They can't really balance themselves up that well, so I'll probably put something behind Bonnie so he can lean against it. He just falls down a lot. He's very heavy. But anyways, like I was saying, I used air dry clay on this guy because I do have Milliput and I do have epoxy sculpt. That's what I always use with my custom figures, but I needed a lot of it, and I'm kind of low on epoxy sculpt and Milliput at the moment. So I knew it would take like 4 days for it to arrive here from Amazon. So I'm like, okay, I do not have that much time to post a video. So I decided to use air dry clay, and it actually worked out really good. Of course, it was chipping a bunch and like coming off, but I just painted over it again, and it seemed to come out good. But yeah, he still has a bunch of articulation. All of his articulation he does in the real one. You have a ball joint at the elbow and a ball joint at the shoulder on both arms. And again, you have a ball joint right here at his thigh and at his knee. And it goes the same for his other leg. He has a swivel at his waist. And again, the same articulation for this arm. And then he has a ball joint on his head. So yeah. Still has like the same articulation as the real Funko figures, so I didn't have to take any articulation away from him. But yeah, I think he came out really good. Also, I'll show like the pictures that like I used for reference to make these guys. Here's Foxy's, I guess. So I tried making, these are the reference images I used. I think I did a pretty good job capturing like how they looked like. And yeah, I think they came out really good. Anyways, I really like Foxy, and these are definitely like very unique customs that I've made. Well, I guess that's really all to say for Foxy now. Okay, now we have Unwithered Nightmare Bonnie, and this one, honestly, I made him after I made Foxy, so he was a bit easier for me to make, honestly, because I didn't have to go like and decide what I should do and like hypothesize and stuff like that. But yeah, I think he came out really good. His clay is definitely a lot smoother than Foxy's is. Foxy here, he has some chipping on his pants and stuff, as you can see, and overall I think Bonnie has more like better paint, honestly, I guess that's what I'd say. But yeah, I did have to like do like 4 coats on these two because you know, air dry clay is not really good for customs unless you really know how to use it. But yeah, I think it came out good. I forgot to put the withering right there on his palm, but it's alright. But yeah, also the reference images I used for Bonnie here. And yeah, I think he came out really good. He definitely looks pretty creepy, honestly. Same with Foxy. They honestly look pretty creepy, but so do the reference images. But yeah, and then I really like how I did his teeth too. They actually came out better than I expected. I used a toothpick to paint them, and at first I was like, well, he has like little square teeth instead of little sharp teeth like he does like when he's like Nightmare version. But at first I was gonna add on clay for the teeth and then paint them, but I just decided to paint them with a toothpick, and it actually came out really good. And of course I used toothpicks for his whiskers, and yeah, here's his ears. As you can see, I actually painted them a lot better than I thought I would. But yeah, I think he came out really good. I really like him. And then here's the back of him, a bit worse than the front, obviously. But yeah, here he is. I think he came out good. And of course, this was the endo foot. This is why it looks a bit different when you compare it to this one. I forgot that he has 4 toes when I made this foot on accident, and I couldn't really get rid of the air dry clay because Funko put 3 metal endoskeleton toes, like instead of 4, which I thought was really weird. But yeah, they gave him 3 endoskeleton toes on this foot, but they gave him 4 on this foot. So I kind of forgot, so that's like my main issue with this guy. But yeah, he still has the same articulation as Foxy does, other than like he can't swivel his waist. But yeah, here's his articulation. He still moves really good, honestly. And yeah, and also those are my dogs like barking and whining and stuff. I don't know why they're just outside. They're inside dogs, so they don't like it when they have to go outside for like 10 minutes. Yeah guys, that is basically it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please like and subscribe, as it does help my channel out a lot. And I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. Yeah, let's act like that just didn't happen. No, that was not on purpose at all.